Hello, I'm David Martin from the Board of Selectmen. We're discussing Article 2. This article proposes to modernize the name of the Board of Selectmen to Select Board. Just as a point of interest, on this slide you'll see this is our first meeting house, which is built just after the town was incorporated in 1738. If you squint at the bottom of these minutes from 1735, you can see that our first Board of Selectmen was composed of John Held, Joseph Fletcher, and Thomas Wheeler. Interestingly, John Held was also the moderator. In our first 60 years or so in the 18th century, there were very few references to women, however, in town records. The first reference I could find was 10 years after the town was incorporated, when in Article 4 of the town meeting of that year said, to see if the town will agree to give Timothy Farrar the pew ground under the women's stairs in case he finish it up decently. Now, if I read it between the lines here a little bit, I think what this is about is that the town meeting was held in the meeting house, and that had a gallery, and the stairs up to the gallery where women could watch town meeting was called the women's stairs. And underneath that stairs, Timothy Farrar wanted to build something, maybe a pew for himself, I'm not sure. Anyway, unfortunately for him, town meeting of that year voted down Article 4. The only other 18th century reference I could find to women was an expenditure of £4 3 to John Edwards for his women's school. The first woman 200 years later who became a member of the Board of Selectmen was Mary Hadley in 1965. The second was Joan Gardner, the first time she was elected in 1974. After that, things moved a bit more quickly. There were many women on the Board of Selectmen in the next 50 years, and a number of times where women were a majority of the board, including as recently as the beginning of last year. No appropriation is required for this change. It's a fairly simple change to change the text of the town charter. All the fees, the legal fees covering that change can just be a part of the normal legal budget in the fiscal year. There's also no loss of stock or letterhead or anything, as these things are printed on the fly when we print documents now. There is no stock of letterhead. Members of the Select Board would be known as members of the Select Board. Other names can be used informally, however, Select Man, Select Woman, or just member of the board. Over 90 of the Commonwealth's 294 towns have already changed their name to Select Board, including neighboring Boxborough. This change to our town charter requires 4 steps. The first step is a vote by the Board of Selectmen. That's already been done. The second step is a town meeting vote. That's next, Tuesday, September 8th. If that vote is positive, the third step is a ballot vote at the next town election, and finally, an affirmative vote by the state legislature. So finally, this Select Board is a modern and inclusive name for the executive branch of town government. This Board of Selectmen voted to recommend this article. Thank you very much.